All right, welcome everybody to Rob Daquan Auto and Sport. I'm making this video today to talk specifically about performance winter snow tires. This is a very important subject to me personally as a car guy, as a car enthusiast, as somebody who respects and appreciates just general good science and understanding of that and how it can help you be a better driver, a safer driver, and a driver that has more fun, quite frankly, in the inclement weather or the colder temperatures. If you're an auto enthusiast or if you're a hoonigan or you're somebody that drives quickly, rapidly, spirited in all weather conditions, then you of all people should know, and I'm talking to you personally, should know that you have to have the right rubber on your car if you're driving in a four seasons environment where you have either cold temperatures, and I'll talk about those specifics in a second, cold temperatures, snowy temperatures, sleet, freezing rain, cold precipitation, or again, like I said, just frigid temperatures, but you still like to drive. And it doesn't have to be a sports car. It doesn't have to be high performance application. It could be your general go around town car, your minivan for the family, your commuting car. It doesn't matter. You got to have the right snow tires. Why? Let's talk about this for a second. First, let's set up the video. Right now, you're looking at the car that you're going to be familiar with from my channel for a long time. It's the only sports car I have. It's a 2017 Porsche 911 Carrera base model with PDK. That's the essentials on the car right now, and I'll do more videos about the car itself later on, but don't want to distract from the mission at hand right now, which is to talk with the guys that understand and respect what I'm saying so we can kind of reinforce each other's knowledge. Also, to educate some of you guys out there and gals that are new to the sports car world, new to the performance snow tire world, or just folks out there that came across this video because they did research on snow tires. And I wanted to be clear up front that this is not just a video for somebody that has a high-performance sports car, but it's for anybody that's doing an application of a snow tire on any car and why it's important. Let me start off by saying, and I'm just going to get up and turn down the radio, and I apologize. This is a do-it-yourself channel, do-it-yourself video, and I got the distracting radio on here. But basically, I want everybody to know this, that if it's consistently under 45 degrees on average where you are, in your neighborhood, in your town, in your city, anywhere in the world, if it's consistently under 45 degrees, daytime or nighttime, then you got a problem. Those temperatures, whether it's an all-season tire, and especially if it's a summer performance tire, are going to be problematic for you driving safely, period. Forget about hot tailing and doing the great crazy things you want to do the way you drive if you're a spirited driver. Forget about that. If you're just driving casually, you're not as safe as you should be to others out there, because if you're on regular tires, all-season tires or summer performance tires, your stopping distances for your braking application is not as short as it could be. And if there's something you can do for a few extra dollars to make your braking distances go down in the very cold temperatures, it's putting on snow tires. What do I mean by snow tires? Snow tires is a nickname, folks. Snow tires is not actually what they're called. They're called winter tires. And they're rated specifically by the manufacturer to be winter tires. And what that means is the tread compound itself is engineered to be pliable at low temperatures. Typically, the 45-degree Fahrenheit mark is that generalized zone where winter tires perform better than all-season and dedicated summer performance tires. Let's dive deeper with that for a second. So, pliable, why is that important? Rob, Rob Daquan, why are you talking about pliability and temperatures? What does this have to mean? I thought snow tires was just about when the snow is falling or the snow's on the street, it gives you a little extra grip and that's why you get it. No. The reality is, for performance enthusiasts or just casual drivers, and it gets cold out, the rubber compound on your classic all-season and summer performance tires gets really stiff and hard. The actual rubber of the tire, this stuff right here, the tread, that block which contacts the road and is all that's between you, your car, and the earth, that gets too hard to either corner or brake. And what it winds up doing is losing friction. And when you lose friction in the cold temperatures with regular tires, your car slides. And it extends the braking distance under either lockup or anti-lock application. And so if you were to do a hard panic stop, if you don't have winter tires on your car is going to slide an extra whatever feet, depending on the speed that you were doing going into the panic stop. Your car is going to slide an extra measure of footage before it comes to a full stop, and that obviously could be the difference between you stopping safely or rear-ending somebody. Same logic applies to taking corners, okay? If you take a corner in a car where the tire is too hard, the compound is hardened up because the temperature is too low, it's too cold, what's going to happen is you lost friction because the tread compound is too hard, and your tire is going to slide out, thus invoking whatever stability control system your car is equipped with. It might save you, it might not. And what snow tires, or winter tires as we'll call them from now on, do is they have a silicone infused and other goodies infused tread block that's made to stay softer when the weather gets real cold. And they also have sipes in the tire that flex. These little lines you see, whenever you look at winter tires, they have much more siping, much more of these lines. They're so soft, you can actually pull them apart with your thumbnail. Look at that. And it's designed that way on purpose. So when the weather gets really cold, they stay soft and they open up and they grip with the edge on the snow and the ice and the sleet and the rain and the road. And that's exactly what they're designed to do. Regular all-season tires have much less siping on them than winter tires do. And performance summer tires have almost no siping. And so either for snow traction or for road holding, they're poor. That's why winter tires are very, very important in the cold temperatures and in the inclement weather. Let's keep to the subject on temperatures for now. I don't want this video to go too long, and I don't want this message to be lost, in the weeds. This really is a public service announcement, and I want folks to have a good takeaway from this. So let's talk about the cold temperatures, and then we'll move on to the actual snow grip. The cold temperatures, again, if you're a performance driver and you like to drive quickly in the colder weather, it's essential to have the winter tires on because they will give you that extra grip laterally and forward back for braking and acceleration, and you'll feel it right away. This particular car is a phenomenal example, a Porsche 911, to kind of really test the limits of what a snow tire can do versus a regular tire, because the braking and the accelerating and the cornering dynamics are so extreme in this car that you can really feel the difference between tread compounds in different kinds of tires. When I put these tires on after driving with the summer Pirelli P0 tires on it, it was night and day. And that's not an exaggeration. That is, I can't be more literal than that. It was night and day. These tires are soft, they're comfortable, and the colder it gets, if it goes down from 30 degrees to 25 degrees to 20 degrees to even 15 degrees Fahrenheit, these tires stay soft and comfortable on the road, and when you mash the brakes to stop at a stoplight, even in dry, cold roads at night, in the wee of the night, 22 degrees Fahrenheit, crisp, cold, dark night, you slam on the brakes, the car shuts down speed as if it was July and you were on a racetrack in the middle of the summer with Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's or Cup 2 tires or P0s, wherever it is. It feels the same. And that's the reason why we use winter tires, because the tread stays pliable so you can get the grip under deceleration. Now, the converse is true. When it's too warm out and it gets above 45 degrees, these tires start to get soft and squirmy, too soft and squirmy. And they'll get mushy, your car will kind of get squirrely on the road, and they become just as dangerous in the warmer weather as the summer tires are dangerous in the colder weather. So it's a direct inverse proportion here. Don't drive winter tires when it gets too warm out, because I get mad when I see guys in early May who still have their snow tires on around here, and it's been 60 degrees in the daytime and it's been 50 degrees at night, and they're still riding around on snow tires. Those guys actually are now in the zone of danger themselves because they've kept their snow tires on too long. And what's happening is they're too soft and their braking distances are now extended, and they could slide into somebody's rear end when they hit the brakes too hard, because their tread is so soft that it slides the car out under it, and they don't have that necessary hard temperature, a hard block characteristic to keep the friction to the road the right way. So these tires are dangerous when it's warm, but they're phenomenally safe when it's cold. Performance summer tires and all-season tires are basically safe in the warmer temperatures, but they also have their deficits, especially summer tires in the cold weather. So you got to change over your tires. You got to have a budget. You have to have a budget for snow tires. This is not an issue about money, all right? This is one of those things that the average car owner or car leaser can do on their own through Tire Rack or through your local shop. You go and you put winter tires on. You can buy dedicated wheels and tires pre-mounted by Tire Rack, or you could just buy the tires themselves and have them mounted season to season. Swap in, swap out. It's a couple bucks. I'm saying that as an exaggeration. It's a lot more than that, but it's worth it. It's for the safety of you and your family, not just for high-performance guys in their cars like this going out, but it's also, this is a public service message for anybody driving an SUV or a minivan, four-wheel drive, two-wheel drive, it does not matter. All right? Four-wheel drive has nothing to do with the level of actual traction you're going to get to the road. If you're on the wrong tire in a four-wheel drive vehicle or an all-wheel drive vehicle, you still have the same problem with braking distances. This is ground ball science. You have to spend the extra money on snow tires. There's just no way around it. And if you're a car enthusiast and you don't have snow tires, then you should be stripped of your title of being a car enthusiast. It is essential. Now, if you're living in Florida or Southern California, God bless you guys. You don't need to do this. You don't have to worry about it. You can save the money for other cool things like exhaust systems and XPEL wraps and all that stuff. Good for you. But up here in the four-season world, you have to have snow tires. And even if you live in the middle latitudes and it's getting below 40 degrees at night and you drive at night regularly in any car, you really want to consider having snow tires if you're a spirited driver, because you're going to be moving fast. You want to be able to stop fast. You want to be able to have good cornering agility and keep your car on the road, period. So I'm going to shift over for another minute or so and then wrap this up. I want to talk about the actual snowpack and the ability of the Sipes and dedicated winter tires to get traction in the snow. That is through the siping. That's different than just the compound of the tread itself, which affects its pliability in the lower temperatures, which is one aspect of winter tires' performance. The other aspect is their tread and how well they grip the snow and ice. And the tread design, the extra level of siping that you see, all adds to the ability of the tire to grip on icy roadway and snowpack and loose snow. And it's essential if you live in a place where you're getting some sort of regular snow and you need that extra traction to have that. But for me, even though it does snow in New York here from time to time, the biggest issue as a performance enthusiast for me is the temperature issue. For me, if it never snowed ever, I would still get winter tires simply for the fact that they give me the ability to drive like it's July when it's February, because the tread compound keeps the tire in the friction zone to the road. And that's essential. That is everything when you're a performance driver. And as a former auto litigation attorney, I can tell you that stopping distances, given that rear end accidents are one of the most common types of accidents out there, both minor and serious, that stopping distances matter all of the time in vehicles. A lot of accidents you never heard about because they didn't happen because they were able to stop in time. And in the wintertime, if you have winter tires, you'll be able to stop sooner than if you didn't have those types of tires. So really, really important. I'm trying to hold my tone of voice back from being too patronizing here. But if there ever was a subject where you want to patronize, this is it. You must have snow tires on all of your cars if it's on average, consistently in that 40 to 45 degree Fahrenheit zone or colder throughout several months of the year. It's essential. Anyway, I hope you learned from this. For the guys that already know this, shout out to you guys who actually have snow tires on. Whenever I'm in a parking lot and I see another hot rod somewhere and the guy's got winter tires on, I give an immediate thumbs up virtually. I don't know him. I'll never see him. He'll never see me. But I look at that guy and I go, whoever owns his car, I give a lot of respect to because they're on the inside. They get it. They're part of the car Illuminati. They understand the importance of having snow tires. It's about grip. It's about traction. It's about still having fun in the colder months. It's about living your passion. and doing it safely. So thanks for listening.